Figure it out for yourself, my lad. You've all that the greatest of men have had. 2 arms, 2 hands, 2 legs, 2 eyes, and a brain to use if you would be wise. With this equipment, they all began. So start for the top and say, I can. Look them over, the wise and great. They take their food from a common plate, and similar knives and forks they use. With similar laces, they tie their shoes. The world considers them brave and smart. But you've all they had when they made their start. You can triumph and come to skill. You can be great if only you will. You're well equipped for what fight you choose. You have legs and arms and a brain to use. And the man who has risen, great deeds to do, began his life with no more than you. You are the handicap you must face. You are the one who must choose your place. You must say where you want to go, how much you will study the truth to know. God has equipped you for life, but He lets you decide what you want to be. Courage must come from the soul within. The man must furnish the will to win. So figure it out for yourself, my lad. You were born with all that the great have had. With your equipment, they all began. Get hold of yourself and say, I can.
ए नौजवान, जरा अपने वजूद को पहचान. तेरा दामन कुदरत की नेमतों से खाली नहीं. 2 हाथ, 2 बाजू, 2 आँखें और रोशन ज़हन. यही सरमाया हर अजीम इंसान को मिला था. बस बुलंदी की तरफ अपना सफ़र शुरू कर और पूरे यकीन से कह, मैं कर सकता हूँ. दुनिया के दाना और अजीम लोगों को देख. वो भी आम इंसानों की तरह जिंदगी गुजारते हैं. आम बर्तनों में खाते और आम जूते पहनते हैं. मगर दुनिया उन्हें बहादुर और ज़हीन कहती है. याद रख, जब उन्होंने अपना सफ़र शुरू किया तो उनके पास भी वही कुछ था जो आज तेरे पास है. अगर तेरा इरादा मजबूत हो तो फतह तेरी है. तू हुनरमंद भी बन सकता और अजमत भी पा सकता है. कुदरत ने तुझे जिस्म, ज़हन और सलाहियत अता की है. अब उन्हें इस्तेमाल करना तेरे अपने हाथ में है. जिन लोगों ने दुनिया में बड़े काम किए, उन्होंने भी तेरे जैसे मकाम से सफ़र शुरू किया था. तेरी राह की सबसे बड़ी रुकावट तू खुद है. अपना मकाम और मंजिल तुझे खुद चुननी है. कितना सीखना और कहाँ तक जाना है, इसका फैसला भी तुझे खुद करना है. खुदा ने तुझे जिंदगी की सलाहियतें अता की हैं, मगर क्या बनना है, ये इंतखाब तेरा है. हकीकी हौसला इंसान के दिल से पैदा होता है. कामयाबी के लिए मजबूत इरादा जरूरी है. ए नौजवान, खुद को पहचान और खौफ पर काबू पा. तुझे भी वही सलाहियतें मिली हैं जो अजीम लोगों को मिली. अपने आप को संभाल, अज़्म के साथ आगे बढ़ और एतमाद से कह, मैं कर सकता हूँ.
The poet tells the young man to think carefully. He has the same body and brain that all great people had when they began their lives. Therefore, he should aim high and confidently say that he can succeed. Great and wise people are ordinary human beings. They eat from ordinary plates, use similar knives and forks, and tie their shoes with ordinary laces. They started life with the same basic abilities that the young man has.
The young man can achieve success and develop skills if he has a strong will. He has the necessary physical and mental abilities. Every successful person began life with the same basic abilities.
A person's greatest obstacle may be his own fear, doubt, or laziness. He must choose his goals and decide how much effort he will make. God provides abilities, but each person decides how to use them.
Real courage comes from within a person. A person must develop the determination to win. The poet again reminds the young man that he has the same basic abilities as great people. Therefore, he should control his fears and say, I can.
Summarize the poem Equipment.
The poem teaches that every person possesses the basic physical and mental abilities required for success. Great people also began their lives with ordinary bodies and minds. God gives everyone the necessary abilities, but each person must decide how to use them. Success depends on clear goals, hard work, courage, willpower, and self-confidence. Therefore, one should overcome fear and say, I can.
Write down the rhyme scheme and structure of the poem Equipment.
The poem consists of 5 stanzas, and every stanza contains 6 lines. The rhyme scheme of each stanza is AA, BB, CC. Examples include lad, had, eyes, wise, began, can.
This regular rhyme gives the poem a smooth, memorable, and motivational rhythm.
What is the theme of the poem Equipment?
The main theme is that everyone has the potential to succeed. Physical and mental abilities alone are not enough. They must be supported by courage, determination, hard work, and self-confidence. People should use their God-given abilities wisely.
All human beings are created equal. Explain this statement in the light of the poem.
The poem presents equality in terms of basic human worth and potential. Great people began with the same basic human abilities as others. They became successful by using their abilities wisely. This does not mean everyone has identical circumstances. It means no one should consider himself naturally inferior or incapable.
How do you feel after reading the poem?
After reading the poem, I feel hopeful, confident, and motivated. It reminds me that success is possible if I use my abilities wisely and work with determination. It also teaches me to accept responsibility for my choices and confidently say, I can.
What does the title Equipment mean?
The title refers to the physical, mental, and inner abilities given to human beings. Arms, hands, legs, eyes, and the brain are the basic equipment of life. Courage, willpower, and self-confidence help a person use this equipment successfully.
Explain the line, "You are the handicap you must face."
The line means that a person's greatest obstacle is often his own fear, laziness, doubt, or lack of confidence. Before achieving success, a person must overcome these inner weaknesses. The word handicap is used metaphorically for self-created limitations.
What is the relationship between God's gifts and human choice?
God gives human beings the abilities needed to live and progress, but he allows them to choose how to use these gifts. A person must select a goal, work hard, and develop the courage and willpower required for success.
Discuss the poetic devices, tone, and message of the poem.
The poet uses metaphor, repetition, direct address, anaphora, and rhyme. Equipment represents human abilities, while my lad directly addresses the reader. The repeated words, you and I can, add emphasis. The tone is optimistic and encouraging. The message is that self-belief, effort, and determination lead to success.
What does the poet mean by start for the top?
The expression means that a person should set high goals and begin working towards success. He should not allow fear or self-doubt to limit his ambitions. He must aim high and believe in his ability to succeed.
Why does the poet mention plates, knives, forks, and shoelaces?
The poet mentions these ordinary objects to show that great people are also normal human beings. They perform the same daily activities as everyone else. Their greatness comes from effort, courage, and determination, not from special physical equipment.
What is the difference between having equipment and achieving success?
Having equipment means possessing basic physical and mental abilities. However, success requires the proper use of these abilities. A person must add hard work, discipline, courage, clear goals, and determination to turn potential into achievement.
Explain the lines, "Courage must come from the soul within. The man must furnish the will to win."
These lines mean that true courage comes from inside a person. Other people may encourage us, but they cannot give us determination. Every person must develop the inner strength and willpower required to overcome difficulties and succeed. How is the poem relevant to students? The poem encourages students to believe in their abilities, set high goals, and work hard. It teaches them not to blame others or surrender to self-doubt. Their success depends on how wisely and consistently they use their talents, time, and opportunities.